Welcome to the Retail Media Moguls podcast, brought to you by Platform 195. We share trends and strategies across retail media to help you accelerate your brand growth. I'm your host, Stuart Adamson. Welcome to the Retail Media Moguls podcast. I'm your host, Stuart Adamson, founder and CEO of Platform 195. Today, we're thrilled to welcome Akanksha Sinha, an authority in the fields of digital ad sales and media strategy. Currently, she's leading as the head of brand partnership at StarQuik, a Tata enterprise in India, based in Mumbai. Akanksha has amassed over 8 years of diverse experience across various sectors. Her journey includes impactful roles in ad sales at HT Media and vServe, where she excelled in areas such as key account management, client servicing, and sales forecasting. Known for her strategic acumen, Akanksha has a proven track record of delivering dependable results and valuable insights, and she brings to the table a unique blend of expertise in both digital, traditional retail media, and the Indian marketplace. Akanksha, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Stuart, for that wonderful introduction. It's so good to hear it again. Okay, I have done so many things in the industry.
Yes. Well, look, tell us about that journey. How did you get into the retail media world?
So when I started working, I think that was around 2012, 2013. And that is the time, if I'm not wrong, when actually Amazon started with the retail media stuff and digital stuff was also booming. When I started working, I had a bit inclination. I had an inclination towards the marketing, and at the same time, the digital was coming in. So I started my journey with working with that ad agency, getting to know better how marketing is working, like, the PSP, the SMS marketing, the email marketing, the very basic. And slowly, steadily, from agency, I went to a ad network, wherein I try to understand how data part of that is working along with the digital platform, or along with the social media platform. Same was when I moved to HT. There was an inclination towards the content related targeting. Like, let's target the audience through display ads, through content ads, uh, showing them the appropriate, whatever they are reading, if they are appropriate with the advertisement platform, let's show them that. There was a lot of innovation that has been going on since 2015 till now. And then this inclination towards this niche stream, I would call it niche stream because it is very limited to what they want to sell initially.
Mm.
Uh, there is a data of people are very much into shopping. Like when I was working with HT, customer are just viewing, they are reading, we are trying to pull them from something else they are doing. But when they are coming on the shopping side, they are not just there for a random. Most of them are not with the low intent. They are really looking to purchase something.
Mhm.
Then what we are trying to do, and approach the customer by this. It's so that product is available for this. Let's do
Mm.
the cross selling. Let's do the additional selling. Let's upscale the selling. Customer very directed. Customer is there with the intent of buying. Like, how can we use that intention of the customer for the better turnout?
Yes.
That is what has attracted me towards the retail media marketing.
Mm. So tell us a bit about StarQuik then, just so for our listeners who don't know the Indian marketplace and the retail landscape. Tell us a bit about what StarQuik is and what it does.
StarQuik is a e-commerce grocery platform. It sells mainly as FMCG products over here. There is a lot of competition that is there in India. If you've heard about it, there's so many platforms that are available. There's StarQuik, there is Zepto, there is Big Basket, there is Swiggy, Instamart. Now, if you have read about Indian market, there is another level of race which is going on, which is 10 minutes delivery and 15 minutes delivery. That is the quick delivery service that fight is going on. It came into being, the entire e-commerce platform, completed, I feel, 5 years, 6 years journey in 2 years, thanks to COVID era that came in.
Mhm.
So yeah, coming back to the topic, the StarQuik is basically a e-commerce platform, and it was established like in 2014, and we are currently in our fifth or sixth year of the operations.
Fantastic. And is it just Mumbai or is it?
No, it's in India, and we are present in about 7 cities, which
Okay.
include Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nasik, Ahmedabad. So these are the cities that we are present in. Uh, if we call it, it's a only channel. We have a Star Bazaar, which is a physical store, and then there is a StarQuik. So what StarQuik does is like, the online catering, it's buying that happens is from Star Bazaar, Bazaar's level.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then in that ecosystem, omni-channel ecosystem is there for it. So
And I saw that you've got over sort of 10,000 products on sale in online. How is that? How is that whole retail media piece going? How mature is it? How has it been going for a long time in terms of you know developing revenues from co-marketing revenues from suppliers?
it's going very well for us because the team that we have is very much experience when it comes to retail marketing. The development, online marketing development is there in the system. Uh, we used to have, there is a balance of FMCG product and there is a balance of our own title product in the system as well. So the
Okay.
10,000 schemes that you will see, it
Yeah.
is a balance of the brands, outside brand, merchant brand. And at the same time, we does own so many our own brand known as Papstar, Kia, Sky. So there is balance out of fitting. We have recently balanced when it comes to SKUs as well, to be very niche about what customer is buying, only those products to be there rather than just keeping this heavy stock, heavy SKUs available in the market.
Yes. Yeah. Is there a tension there within the business around the teams that are trying to sell your own brand versus you generating money from suppliers in order to push those up above them?
So, yeah, there are some, but ultimately there is a understanding since it's our platform. For we have every right to be to establish our own brand as well. And if you see the Indian market with the competitors as well, it's there everywhere. Every retail brand or every e-commerce grocery brand is launching their own brands along with the competitor brands, along with the other brands, except to even if we go over and above retail, if we go to any clothing, I mean grocery, even in clothing as well, you will see Reliance also has their own fashion available in the market. Big Basket also is having their own. Amazon has so many of their own product. They are selling their own product.
Yes.
So I don't see there is a friction, but they know they can't do anything about it. So it's there. It's like we coexist. And obviously, we do take preference of the customer in mind. We definitely not try to remove the most favored product in the market.
Hmm.
We know XYZ product is selling and it's like, top 100 SKUs or top 500 SKUs. We definitely don't remove those products. It's only the product which are not selling, which are just they're stocked up in the inventory.
Hmm.
Those are the products are getting removed.
And give us a view of those media products that you're selling into those suppliers then. What are they buying? What are you offering them?
Okay, so they are in every category, right from oil, masala, and spices category. We have home cleaning products. We have cleaning products. We have branded food, what we call as noodles and sauces and etc. So almost other than dairy and farm, majority of the category there are presence of the own brand products in the entire SKU list.
And but what I meant, sorry, was from the ad product side. So what are you actually, when you're going and approaching these partners of yours, what are you selling them?
So we have variety of inventory that are available, right from the display inventory on every pages that are there. There are sponsored content. There are sponsored product listing. There is cross selling that is available. There are email marketing, SMS marketing, push notification, targeting customer on offsite as well, in the on stores, social media, and well, etc.
And is there a particular category that's much, you talk about the different categories that you had. Is there any one category that's really, where the brands are really sort of active in this space, or is it across the board?
No, there is definitely a difference. There's definitely a difference. The major fight I feel somewhere down the line is in the beverages category and the branded food category, followed by the skincare and the home care items. There are little bit less fight when it comes the grains, the cereal, the oil, masala, spices, wali category. That is where the least traction is there.
Hmm.
And I think the dairy and all are like, the product that are selling itself or the regular needs one are not that much into consideration as of now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But do the
we do.
international brands spend bigger than the local brands, or is it the other way around?
Okay, so I think it's a mixture of it. Also, very so India as a country had every pin code there is a different customer behavior. So if I talk about Mumbai, where I stay, if I go to places like Andheri, the products that those people buy or the audiences buy in that particular place is completely different from the different part of Mumbai. So if I go to high end kind of a places, there is more traction of international brand and vice versa towards if I go to little bit area, smaller scale area wherein the brands are more of a local or non-branded kind of a brand.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's a mixture, it's a balance depending upon where the purchase is happening, where the market, where the shop is situated, which area of the country the shop is situated.
Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I just wondered because the retail media
Yeah,
globally is getting more and more mature, whether actually we're seeing that have an effect in local markets or not. But I think you're
yeah.
absolutely right. It depends on what the level of purchase intent and habits are, right? Tell us a little bit about the technology that you've got in there. Are you using ad servers? Is it going manually on the site? Have you got inventory management systems? How is the technology piece that you're doing? Or sorry, what is the sort of technology that you're using in order to get your partnerships live?
What as in So we are slowly getting into that kind of automation system or integrating what we call as AI personalization kind of a system
Hmm.
to have data. We uh, we are in a verge of like since it's not very old, it's still a new organization as far as concerned,
Yeah, sure.
and bring about efficiency in any of the system, the automated system or the marketing system. We do need chunk of data. The more we have, the better we would able to understand the organization behavior.
Hmm.
So yeah, so we have started with the automation system. We have started with the AI generated email marketing, but there are a lot of learning process in between which is happening. Like what kind of communication that is affecting customer, what kind of call to action that is affecting the customer. We are experimenting with different ideas. For example, if we go for a email marketing, is the normal email that is helping customer, is the email with the content of okay, this is a month and you need to buy this stuff, this is what you bought last time, that kind of a communication? Or is
Hmm.
it a gamification thing wherein you spin the wheel, what is interact? So those kind of integration that we have included in our entire marketing system or the brand marketing system. There is a recommendation algorithm that we have set up with, wherein one product is available. If we want to market focus on another product from a brand, we try to recommend them that. Let's say XYZ biscuits are available. We want to recommend something, then okay, why don't you buy this thing? The product description page. If we know someone is buying a biscuit, we have always the opportunity to tell them, "Ki, along with this biscuit, you can go for XYZ milk." So, it's
Yes.
a cross selling kind of a thing.
Yes.
So yeah, we are in verge of learning machineries or letting our algorithm or letting our system learn the entire data process so that the efficiency of the sponsored product, the efficiency of customized display, the efficiency of customized email marketing are there in a better manner.
Yes. And how are you seeing? Are your suppliers, your advertisers, are they asking for more and more data? Are you actually getting that push from
Do
them?
They do. They do us from the campaign performance point of view, whatever property that they have bought from us, those kind of a data wherein they get the number of impression, the number of interaction, like CTR and all, the conversion, etc. Also, the data wherein how much sales that has happened, what was the basket size, what is the frequency, what were the number of bills, how much quantity bought. So they take all the data so that they can do study around it, and they can experiment with that different stuff on our platform as well, along with the different creatives, along with the different line of communications.
Great. And are you having to pull that data from multiple sources within the business, or have you got one source of
Yeah,
truth?
a couple of like when it comes to sales data, there's a different systems. Then when it comes to campaign data, there is a different system. So
Yeah.
at least two system is what right now we are operating at.
Yeah. Fantastic. So tell us, you mentioned earlier about how it's quite competitive. You've got quite a lot of competitors out there at the moment with it. They're all sort of in that race to be as fast as possible in terms of delivery.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I mean, to be able to do it in 10 minutes around Mumbai is, from my experience, I love Mumbai. It's one of the greatest cities in the world. That's a challenge, right? So
Yeah.
what about the competition for you in terms of retail media? Are they quite mature in their retail media offering yet? Are you having to, are you heading into meetings and seeing them leave?
Okay. Here it is. Like, there are obviously they are competitor when it comes to organization level,
Hmm.
but when it comes to retail media, uh, I do. There is a different kind of challenge that is there. See,
Hmm.
even we have a user, and our users are buying product, so
Mhm.
they can not ignore the users as such.
Yes.
It's like, ignoring a small city over the big city. That's the thing. So, no, the kind of competition that you are mentioning, that is till date, I don't see there because it product needs to be sold. We have a market, they need to sell.
Yes.
So, no, that kind of competition, taking away the competition, that is something I don't see it right now. What
Okay.
I see is the if I have to, I really have to put an effort to make them understand this size shouldn't be ignored at the moment because,
Yeah.
ultimately everyone starts from a small and eventually they uh, grow.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So how big is your team within StarQuik now?
overall, it's, I think, 200 plus.
But for the media, for the ad sales piece?
No, for the ad sales space, we have like 4, 5 people ka team right now.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And is that growing?
It is growing. It depends as per the business requirements. What the way the market is going on right now, the kind of technology that we have
Mhm.
that has been introduced in last past 1 year definitely encourages or us. There is a lot of us, one person, because our job has become a lot easier than it was like 5 years back or 6 years back.
Yes.
So uh,
In what way?
the technology.
What's become easier? Campaign management or?
Campaign management is easier. Preparing something is easier. Preparing a data is easier. Preparing a report is easier. You know what kind of technology, AI technology that is there. So we really don't need that many people when it comes to managing certain stuff. And as the work grows, as the requirement grows, we would keep hiring, and that is not a concern. But at the moment, what we have, what the kind of work that we have, and kind of people that we have, that is balancing out on everything.
Yes.
And for somebody, for there is another reason when we see about the retail media part, there is a lot of interaction or interconnected work are there. Like I have to work a lot with the category managers. I have to work a lot with the marketing or marketing communication people who are eventually handling the campaigns, and for brands as well, and for the entire company as well. At the same time, we have a tech team. So I really cannot define that this is the ad sales person, ad sales
Yes.
team. Too many
Yes.
people are doing all the stuff together.
Yes. Yeah, I get that. Great. Okay. So tell me about any brands. Are there any brands doing some really cool stuff with you? Are they being creative, or is it just I want the sponsored listings and a display ad?
So, there are many brands that are doing creative stuff, but mainly HUL is very, when it comes to experimenting on things, HUL is on top of the list. They are there with creative displays, they are there with creative emails, they are creative with creating their own brand store page. So, yeah, these are the HUL has always been a very experimental kind of thing. If we go for a new pitch, they are the ones who are ready to try out new stuff, followed by a Nivea and such kind of brands. But yeah.
Yes. Yes. Is there a brand that sort of stands out that's done something great that you can give us an example of?
So, okay, so there is a brand, actual brand Vaseline. So it is on top of my mind, and it has been very recent during the winter season when there is a actual season of moisturizing and lotion. There are a lot of fight between all moisturizing brands. HUL did such a focused job on trying out at or attracting the customer or targeting the customer through 360-degree channel of ours. We have seen almost 150% of increment as compared to last year winters. This is one of the recent example that I can think of. Another one was Red Bull, which they did was during, December, January, New Year season.
Hmm.
Their targeting help them grow like, 60-70% month on month increment in that particular their targeting season kind of thing as compared to the last year.
Wow. Wow. Um, how did they do that then? What was Red Bull doing that generated that increase?
So Red Bull display ad is what they were doing. They were customized ad which were present on the page. In-app media is what another thing that they do. We saw there were particular days where the sale of Red Bull was more than as compared to any other days. They were like, I think Tuesdays or Friday, these 2 days were the days when I think for some reason, the customer were buying more of the product. And those are the ways we were trying to send a high impact advertisement to the customer.
Hmm.
So the planning was like display ads were present throughout the month. And when it comes to high impact targeting, Tuesdays and Thursdays were the 2 days when we tried to do high impact advertisement. At the same time, the buying cycles are the more focused one. So whatever communication that we were sending were around this time only. But yeah, these were the things that we did for Red Bull.
Yeah, sure. So, sounds really successful. So tell me about because obviously you've got that, you've obviously got some big names in there. How scaled is the business? Are you just is it just servicing your bigger suppliers at the moment? Have you still got a lot of sort of smaller clients, the smaller suppliers that I think, as we talked about 10,000 products, are there a lot of suppliers that just, that they haven't started with you because the budgets are too small? How sort of mature is that?
It's like, so right now, honestly, there are like only the big suppliers who are getting the bigger level of business.
Mm.
They are more active. But having said this, there are some smaller suppliers as well. They do on and off kind of a business. The brands like Orion, or the brands like Grenard Tea, which is like, one of the famous tea brand in India. So these are the brands we keep on. They are not on a very, very regular basis, but on and off, they have done certain advertisement with us. But 80%, 80% of our business is from the brands that are getting, the bigger chunk.
Mm.
But also I've seen that investing in the business, investing in the advertisement has only helped them get the larger market share or have kept them on top of their game,
Yes.
whereas platform are considered.
Yeah. I mean, that's been a key development for our own technology, which is where we've helped retailers effectively scale that, what we call the long tail of suppliers, because it's so resource intensive. Obviously, you get it signed off, then you have to get the creative produced, and that's across multiple formats and multiple channels. Then you have to get that signed off, and then you have to traffic it, then you have to optimize it, and often on small budgets. And then you
Correct.
have to sort of screenshot it and then report on it. And actually, without technology as a helping hand in there, that's really hard. But if you
Yeah,
can, you get it right, you can scale, and it's huge money. You start talking about, you know, 5,000 suppliers spending, I don't know, $1,000. It's 5 million. And if they're doing that every month or every quarter, you start to
yeah,
see the scale. But the challenge is the resource.
yeah.
So yeah, the technology is really, really powerful. Maybe we should have a chat about that at some point. So look, tell me about your experience at Visa, which was the number one DMP in India. I
Yeah.
think you aggregated telco data, didn't you? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. How are you using that? That's obviously hugely data driven, hugely sitting around, the agency world. How are you using that experience now within StarQuik?
When I was in research, I learned a lot about how to utilize data in a different manner. It's not just a direct target thing kind of thing. We can cross sell as well. So when I came to StarQuik, I tried to analyze what kind of data that we are capturing, what kind of audience that we have. We know their demographic, we know their age factor, we know what kind of transaction they are doing,
Mm,
what they are using to make that transaction, what kind of basket size they are using. So, if I'm going to that opens up a lot of gate where I can utilize the platform that I have in terms of advertisement.
mm,
For example, as I said, wallets, Paytm or MobiKwik, etc., wallet companies are there. Now I know if someone is using XYZ brand's wallet or they are doing using a credit card for the transaction. At the same time, I can bring many credit card companies on our platform. At the moment, there's so many banks like Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, they are looking forward to get more customer on board as per they want to select if they want to invest. They try to give very suitable offer when customer are using that credit card in order to get the discount.
mm.
And that kind of system is something that I can bring in the company.
Yes.
Uh, Banks are already doing it. There are discussions with more such banks, which is an exchange of certain kind of, maybe the cashback, maybe certain kind of discounts. They can be on our platform. They can advertise on our platform. Uh, each of the pages that are available, there are always added resources, right? So from the moment someone has opened the app till the time they shut the app, every page is the potential targeting page. We try to utilize all of that club with the kind of data that we can mix up with.
And have you got many doing that yet, or is that coming down the line, you think?
The banks, yes. With the banks, we are currently doing it.
And are
The
those
banks.
ads are those ads linking into a landing page within the site, or are they linking out of the site back to the bank's website?
At the moment, they are in the system. It's only based on transaction. How many transaction they are doing it, and according to
Okay.
that, the businesses. But at the same time, we are also working on if they can go on different page. But that is something we only doing in the order success. We are not
Yes.
that we do not want to divert our customers from their original business.
After
So
purchase. Yeah.
uh, once customer is done shopping, they are in order success page. Maybe that page can be used as the advertisement of any other non-merchant brands that are there.
Yes. And then obviously that brings its own inventory challenges around volume and that sort of stuff. So are you actually selling data packages yet through agencies, through DMPs?
We are not, we are kind of in the experiment phase at the moment. We have not done that a lot, but we have started having discussion and we have done with one few companies as well.
Okay. Has that been quite successful? Yes. Or is it still too early to tell?
Too early to tell. Too early to tell.
Brilliant. So tell us, so we've got sort of 5 minutes left, but what about the wider Indian market? Are you seeing this stuff happening across all of retail, or is it largely just groceries, or what's the evolution?
It's across. It's across. If you ever got a chance to go through any of the app that is there in India, it's very aggressive. It's very aggressive. Uh, there is there is huge fight which is going on to get the customer on their platform. Uh, there's a fight whether you have a varieties of a lot of variation of SKUs that you are having or not. What kind of delivery service that you are providing? Is it as I told you when we started the discussion, the quick delivery service is a major fight that has been going on. We are slightly getting calmer to that particular part, but that is another part, and the quality of the product. Not necessarily customers are looking for the branded product. When at least when it comes to regular groceries that we are having, customers are very open to buy products, the retailer own brands. Like as I said, the Pepsi and all. Uh, as long as it's the trusted or the quality. So these are couple, and obviously there is a dynamic price fight is always there. Like we
Yes.
want to be the cheaper, we want to be expensive, and uh, having that fight at the same time, maintaining the profit margin is something we are big on. I think.
Yeah, of course. And obviously retail media has such a big impact on profit, because it's such high margin. So, and are you seeing across the wider Indian market that the brands are sort of wanting to do more and more with retailers and less with traditional media?
There is a bit, as far as retailer, so here where my HT, bit of HT experience and experience in with Tata comes into play.
Hmm.
What I have seen, brands do large level of marketing with outside marketing media. One, there is when there is a festival going on, like there Diwali. Diwali is a very big when it comes to India. So customer are investing a lot of brands are investing a lot at that time when it comes to uh, festival in this newspapers or outdoor media or television.
Hmm.
But on the regular basis, if we see the retail media is the preference they do have.
Hmm.
Obviously, social and all are they keep on targeting because indirectly that brings to our platform only because that's how the targeting happens. Sometimes that's what we do with brands as well. If the advertisement that they are doing, if they want to share it on their media platform as well, and that's how their audience also get targeted to our place.
Yeah.
So if it is new launch, if it is a festival, other traditional media are major focus.
Yeah.
But on the regular basis, I think the retail media is the preference for them. That's where the audience.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And all that data. That's been absolutely fascinating, Akanksha. I think, thank you so much for talking to us. Final question for me probably is just around evolution. India is such a growing market. It's, the retail, it's super vibrant there. A big market, super creative market. What's next in this space? What is next for retail media in India?
I think there are a lot of improvement. We are still in the study period when it comes to using all the machine learning and data processing and, algorithm, studying the algorithm that is going on in India. But the very next thing that I think about or hoping to see is getting more digitalized when it comes to offline stores. The
Yes.
kind of recommendation, the introduction of Prover or kiosk or self-serving kind of a shopping mart is something we are trying, very much looking forward over here. And there are brands who are used to be just a digital app market or online shopping, even
Mm.
they are working on the offline medium at the same time. That is another
Wow.
thing. Then look forward how the entire dynamic is going to change.
Wow.
So
So that's
this
digital marketplaces then popping up as physical stores.
stores, yes, yes,
Wow.
yes.
Are you responsible for Star Bazaar as well then as the shop? Are you selling across in-store activity?
I particularly look after only StarQuik.
StarQuik.
There is a separate team who was working for Star Bazaar, but the information that I gave you, the how big the team is exclusive about the StarQuik.
StarQuik. Yep.
Star Bazaar is handled by a completely different team. But yes, it's again the same team working separately, but it's the same team.
Yeah. But I think that's a brilliant, fascinating piece of insight. It's just partly that those digital marketplaces are popping up physical stores, but then also that requirement for digitalization within store mirrors exactly what's happening around the rest of the world.
Yeah,
And that whole piece is going to move pretty quickly, I think. So certainly when you look at what's happened online,
yeah, definitely.
that's the next great big thing, especially in grocery, right? So
Definitely.
huge. Well, look, thank you so much, Akanksha, for sharing your valuable insights on today's episode of Retail Media Moguls.
Thank you.
Your perspective on that whole Indian piece, the wider grocery piece has been amazing. So thank you so much, and hopefully you'll come back in and see us in 6 months, and we can see how you've got on.
Definitely,
Good.
Stuart. It was pleasure being on show. And thanks for
Good, thank
having
you. The Retail Media Moguls podcast is brought to you by Platform 195. To learn more about Platform 195 and how to connect retail media with intelligent marketing to accelerate growth, visit platform195.com. And then make sure to search for Retail Media Moguls in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And on behalf of the team here at Platform 195, thanks for listening.